Welcome. We are live here at the Collective Seattle for Stanley's April edition of Facebook Live. We are going to be introducing our Ceramivac collection, and we will also be doing a giveaway at the end of this episode for a Stanley and Two Beers sweet giveaway pack. And we also, everyone, remember this, 30% off from right now until the end of the day, Sunday, April 29th. 30% off everything on our website, stanley-pmi.com. And the code is, and you'll see why I'm going to say this, beer cheese. Mm-hmm. Beer cheese. So today we are with Alison Leber from, Roving Cheese Shop, and the lovely Mara from Two Beers. And we are going to be dispelling some myths about what goes good with cheese. I know y'all have seen me on TV before, so I am a wino. This is not big news. This is new to me, the beer and cheese pairing. Beer is not new to me, cheese is not new to me. But together.
The combination of the two.
I only thought that just lived in Germany with like kraut and wiener schnitzels or whatever. But this is an actual thing, everyone. This is a thing.
And we're making it even more of a thing.
We are going to make it more of a thing. So I also want everybody to know, if you got any questions, put them in the comments. And if you want to win that prize pack, share this Facebook Live right now for your chance to enter. Share this. That's how you're going to win. Share it as many times as you can. You'll get more chances to win. So anyways, to that end, let's get going on some beer and cheese.
I think we're going to start with the cheese.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm ready.
So what we decided to do was try and find 3 really good pairings with 3 different beers from Two Beers.
Okay.
And beer and cheese is not always the easiest thing to do, but I think that we came up with some good things. But what I'd like to do is, with each time that we go through, we'll taste the cheese, talk about the cheese a little bit. While you guys eat, I'll talk. It happens all the time. And then you're going to show us how to taste the beer, like actually taste beer, like thinking about it, not just downing it, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And then we'll taste the beer and the cheese together and kind of see how it came up and see how we did. The first cheese that we're going to do is just from right here in Seattle, where we're at right now, from Beecher's Handmade Cheese. This is their 4-year flagship. And this one is really cool. A lot of times you're going to see kind of a younger cheddar style. This isn't a cheddar, but it is a cheddar style cheese. And people think, oh yeah, what's all this business with the aged cheeses? When cheeses age, they change totally. I'm going to give you a little handy fork. Don't eat it yet.
Okay,
no,
I'm
you
gonna
can have the fork. You can have the fork.
I get
now.
the fork. Okay.
Fork.
All right.
Can I fork
Sorry.
mine?
That's
Fork.
not how I
I'm not gonna fork mine.
I'm
practice.
not even going to
I dropped my cheese.
Did you drop your cheese?
Only a little bit.
That's okay. It looks like we got a
Want more?
gigantic block
I mean,
here.
I'm never going to say no to
So
more
I
cheese,
have-
to be honest.
Before we get going, I've got a question from Peter. What kind of beer goes with Swiss cheese? Allison.
Oh, you know what? I would do something not too hoppy,
Not too
because
hoppy.
the hops are the hardest thing to pair with cheeses,
Okay.
because the hops bring out a lot of bitterness, and with Swiss cheeses they can have a kind of a bitter character. So I would do something maltier.
So
That makes sense.
Peter-
Yeah, the hops can kind of overpower some
Right.
things too, so you don't want to like blow out your palate before if you're trying to pair.
Yeah.
So Peter, you might find a solution with these 3 here. So
This immersion amber probably.
pay
would go quite
attention
well.
is what I'm telling you.
So quickly, you're going to
Okay.
smell the cheese before you put it in your mouth.
Okay.
Then you're going to put it in your mouth, and you don't have to try and snort the cheese. You smell.
Okay.
Put it in your mouth, let it warm up, and kind of gush it around your mouth a little bit. Then after you swallow it, breathe in. Notice all the flavors.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're tasting cheese, you're noticing the smell, texture, the flavors, and then the finish after it's all gone. So you want to notice all those things. For beer, what do we do?
Yeah.
So for beer, what I'm going to start with is just pouring the beer. One of the aspects that we like to look at when we are tasting beer is what it looks like. So if you can see a little bit, I'll try to hold that up. I'm trying not to pour too much because we're going to taste through a couple here. First, We're gonna go ahead and give it a pour, and you'll notice this lovely amber color. It's a ruby hue from our immersion amber. And that's one of the first things that you look at. So you're gonna have the whole experience. It's a full sensory experience. You wanna look at your beer. You can give it a little swirl too, and what that's gonna do is bring out some of the aromas, and then just get your nose right in there.
You know,
You can smell for hops and malt, and
I actually smell beer instead of metal.
Yeah, that's true. That's one
Which
thing
is
that's
nice.
great about the Ceramivac, everyone, is that the ceramic finish that's on here really limits or just cuts out the metallic odor and taste. So for the beer purists,
all my beer
this
purists
is,
out there.
this is a great product for it.
Absolutely. So get your nose in
Okay,
there.
I'm gonna get it in there.
Breathe deeply. You can kind of get some of those nice aromas. The immersion amber, it's a really balanced beer. And then while we're doing that, go ahead and take a nice sip and let that roll over your tongue. So you get all of the different flavor receptors on your tongue, and then swallow it. It's beer. We're not going to be bougie. We're not
Ain't
going to
no
spit it
spitting.
out. Just you can drink it.
I
we
don't
don't spit our
out
beer
wine
out.
either.
I know.
Are
I
you
actually
kidding me?
don't
No
either.
way.
But we don't spit our beer. We drink our beer.
That was a
We
good
drink
beer.
our beer. At Stanley, we drink our beer. And lots of Two Beers for
And
that
we get
matter.
It's your official new tagline there.
We get to drink beer on a Friday afternoon at lunch.
And it's part of our jobs. I know, yay! Okay, so,
now we gotta
we're gonna
try
do
it
this
with
again,
the
right?
cheese.
Okay.
Mhm. So you're going to do the same type of thing, except you don't need to do all the smelling and all that stuff, but you're going to take the cheese, put it in your mouth, let it warm up a little bit, and then have some beer.
Okay.
And
So
have the two together in your mouth. That's the whole thing about
together
pairing.
in the mouth. Okay.
Like, the pairing should elevate both.
I feel like I want a whole bunch. Now, everybody remember, if you got some questions, definitely post them in the comments. And again, beer cheese. That is the promo code.
Beer cheese.
Beer cheese.
Beer.
Not
Cheese.
beer cheese, like the recipe beer cheese. Beer cheese.
Okay. More.
I love that. I feel like the nuttiness in that cheese really goes nicely with kind of the malt finish in the immersion amber. That's a solid pairing.
Thank
Nice
you.
work, yeah.
It's a solid beer. There's such a nice floral note in the nose.
You get a little bit of caramel on the palate, which is nice too. Fun fact about our immersion amber, it actually is a Great American Beer Festival gold medal winner. Kind of a big deal. So
Awesome.
we're pretty proud of that.
All right,
It's
we've
just a
got
solid beer.
Oh, I mean, it is. It is a solid beer.
Yeah.
I like it. But we do have a question from Ryan. He says, "I love cottage cheese and wheat thins." No joke, man. I do too.
Totally.
And then you hit some Tabasco up on that. It's good. Yeah, seriously. What beer goes with this combo of wheat thins and cottage cheese? I mean,
Depends on the cottage cheese. I mean, if it's kind of like that large curd, I'm not kidding.
yeah.
I'm not kidding. It's so fruity that why not do something that has a little bit of fruit to it? So why
Like a
not do
citrus?
something? Yeah. Why not do a Citra IPA
Yeah.
or something like that?
Sure, we could pair that with the other coast. I would go, honestly, I would go with something, nice and hoppy with that.
Yeah.
Just because it's a nice, pretty neutral combination of wheat thins and all of that.
Like-
but then, so
So
you
like
can
an
you can do
IPA.
some big hops with that.
Yeah.
Go big hops
I mean,
with that.
You can just do, something kind of generic like a
Yeah.
pub, but you could also play with it and have some fun.
Ryan, have fun. Go hoppy. IPA, bro. IPAs. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good question, though. Keep
Okay.
on, keep them coming. Keep them coming. We love this stuff. Okay, so we should probably hit beer and cheese pairing number 2.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So this
I'm gonna
next
just-
cheese is like one of my absolute new favorites.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Ocelli. It's the company that makes it.
Ocelli.
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 From Italy.
Okay.
And this is one that they wrap in chestnut leaves, so they call it Ocelli chestnut. And it's a blend of cow and goat's milk. Seasonally, they'll mix it up a little bit with some sheep in there. Sometimes I hear the ratio just depends on what kind of milks are around. After 18 months of aging, they wrap it in chestnut leaves. And what the chestnut leaves do is it imparts another flavor to it.
Okay.
So when you're out towards the rind, it has a different flavor than when you're in towards the middle. Put it in your mouth.
All right, okay,
Smell
we're
it.
going to go.
Put it in
Okay,
your
okay.
mouth. And when cheese ages, it gets drier, it gets more concentrated, the salt will taste more concentrated, but it also can get sweeter as well as sharper, and those lovely crystals again.
I really was feeling those crystals. They were.
And
This
there's going to be
is
crystals
super-
in both of these guys. I mean, this one's 4 years old.
Yeah, this is
And this has
really
got 2 years.
got a nice strong flavor. Okay, so we are going with beer number 2. Tell
Beer
us
number
about
2.
this.
So this is our day hike.
Okay.
Day hike is actually only available locally in Seattle at the Woods Tasting Room
Okay.
for Two Beers Brewing, and we call it a summer ale. It's a session IPA. It's super sessionable, meaning it's got a really low alcohol by volume, 4.1 right here, and low IBUs. That's the International Bitterness Units, which means it's really not very bitter. So that's if you're seeing higher IBUs, like 65 and up, you're gonna get some real bitterness there. This is the lowest of the, this is the least bitter of the beers that we are tasting today. And it's just really easy drinking, super crisp, very fresh. Day hike, you can take it on a day hike. I drink them while I do yard work.
So this is my recommendation to my husband then. So, just, hey, honey, have a day hike instead of whiskey.
I mean, those are kind of polar opposites on the spectrum when you're looking at ABV there, absolutely. So yeah,
So-
definitely you can have a couple and
Yeah.
you're
You're
not
not
going to
gonna
be
get
done for the
sloshed.
day. Yeah, you won't
Well-
be sloshy.
Remember, everyone, we have a promo code, beer cheese. It's 30% off everything on the Stanley website, stanley-pmi.com. And you guys can get this awesome Ceramivac tumbler.
And it keeps beer nice
It really
and cold,
keeps your
too.
beer nice and cold. It's,
Like-
and you can really taste your beer. So that's awesome. So remember, everybody, you've got till Sunday, 30% off beer cheese. Take advantage of that. For sure. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, I'm going to do this, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. I really like that cheese.
Cheese is really good.
I really
Yeah.
like that combo too.
I'm going to put it all
The
over my
cheese
mouth.
is so decadent, and so having it kind of cut with that really nice crisp finish on the beer, it's a good combo.
But it makes the cheese, it doesn't kill the cheese by just like you just taste the beer in Christmas.
Right.
The cheese doesn't kill the beer where it's just like you just taste cheese.
Yeah,
It's
they
together.
both kind of are elevated by
Almost
that.
as money.
Honey notes.
Now remember, we
Oh, a
are
lot of honey on the
doing a
finish,
giveaway.
absolutely.
We're doing a giveaway of Stanley and Two Beers stuff. And if you share this Facebook Live, you can enter for your chance to win. Enter as many times as humanly possible. Share the hell out of this.
Yeah.
Plus, it's super informational.
And I call on my Kiwi family if you're watching this. Share it down there in New Zealand, please.
Okay, I have a question that has
Let's
come
jump to
in
New
because
Zealand.
I think people are really wondering where we are at. This is a lovely space. It's super crazy here. So back behind us, we have at the Collective Seattle. It's a social club here. We've got a couple of really interesting things back behind us. One being a bouldering wall, which is super awesome, and then this thing over here. It sort of looks like a trampoline, but it seems to. It's like.
It's a
It's
giant
a-
human
it
hammock.
really
like,
is. It's like a
communal
net.
hammock.
It's a
Yeah.
communal hammock.
It's a communal hammock. It is crazy.
And I like the bird's nest chairs.
I know. Yeah, check it out. Check out the Collective Seattle. It's pretty sweet. Okay, let's go to our last pairing here. And again, if you guys have any questions, just feel free. So
Too.
let's.
This feels like the unveiling. So this is our
Or
third
lower.
cheese. What?
Oh,
Third cheese.
just lower it down. Oh, third cheese.
Third
Okay.
cheese is called La Valence, and it looks frightening, doesn't it? I think it's
it's beautiful.
It definitely looks like a load of
Stunning.
mold. Yeah.
But this kind of cheese, there are some cheeses that are meant to be moldy, and you're meant to eat the mold
Right.
on soft ripened ones and things like this, which all this mold is there and it's part of the flavor. If you have that cottage cheese and it gets moldy, you don't want to eat that. That's not good mold. You just want to toss that puppy. But if you have a hard cheese that gets a little moldy, you can cut off the mold off the outside.
Yeah.
This mold is the one you eat.
So this is okay, everybody. I'm not gonna die. You're gonna watch me eat
And
this.
she looks at me going like,
I'm like, am I
promise?
gonna
Like,
die?
really?
Okay.
So this cheese from the Loire Valley starts off, you see that in there? It starts off very pale and white, and it has ash on the outside, and then the mold starts to grow on the outside of this. I've been doing what's called affinage, which is the art of cheese aging. And this started off just very pure white with the ashes on the outside, and I've been growing the mold and letting it develop since January, really.
Yeah.
So you can get these in the grocery store, and they'll be a few weeks old. Here you go. And this one is a few months old. And sometimes as cheese ages, it gets stronger. Where's your fork?
Oh, it's right here.
With the fork. And sometimes it just develops in character.
Awesome.
This one usually just develops in character. You know, if you ever have a cheese that smells like ammonia, that
I don't think I'll be
natural.
Really? I don't think I've eaten that.
It's from the molds starting to die
Okay.
on the outside. We'll talk about that
All
later
right.
if we have more time. Ooh, yay.
Okay, let's try this though.
This one won't be ammonia.
Oh man.
Lush, smooth, fruity,
Yeah.
a little bit yeasty.
Holy cow.
Absolutely just melts in your mouth.
Yeah, it really does. That is delicious.
And when it's new and fresh, it's really tangy
Yeah.
and more goaty. Most people wouldn't even know that this is goat.
Yeah, I don't think that I would have known. No, no.
And so
All right.
lush.
And remember, everybody, we just got a few minutes left here. So if you're sharing this Facebook Live for your chance to win a Stanley and Two Beers pack, remember to keep doing that. Okay, so let's talk about this beer here.
All right. So today for this pairing, I brought the Other Coast, which is a New England style hazy IPA. It's basically a juice bomb. This thing is so
I can
juicy.
smell
It's
the
got a
juice in it.
ton of Citra and Amarillo hops. So yeah, this is definitely one. Part of beer tasting, we want to, if you have a clear glass and you're going through the whole process for the full sensory experience, you're going to look through your glass to look at clarity.
Right.
A New England style hazy, the Other Coast, it throws all that convention out the window and you're not going to be able to see through it. It's
Right.
hazy. So it actually looks kind of like juice. It looks a lot like orange juice.
All right, so we're going to try this
A lot of
again with the.
pineapple to it.
Absolutely. So yeah, this one, it's still pretty low in those IBUs, the International Bitterness Unit, so it's really balanced finish. You get a lot of tropical notes on this, which is fantastic. You get a lot of that like citrus note on the nose, the tropical finish. 6.5 ABV, so it's going to be the highest alcohol by volume of what we're trying today. But that's not too crazy.
Man, that is good together because of the fruitiness. So here we've got two more questions coming up, and then we need to start the giveaway process. First of all, since you have done this with wine, Joshua, he would like to know what is a good wine with these cheeses here. What you would use? Maybe like just one general, like if you want to go like a Pinot
You know,
Noir.
a lot of times people think that red wine is what goes with cheeses, but white wine goes
Ooh.
with cheeses. White wine is much more cheese friendly. Something that has not an oaky Chardonnay, but you can do a steel fermented Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, Riesling. Oh my God, a
Riesling.
good dry Riesling is amazing with all three of these cheeses.
So Joshua, Riesling, that is
Nothing-
where you at.
Go for dry.
Go for dry Riesling. Okay.
Or go for none of those until you've actually tried the pairings with the beer.
Come
beer,
on,
Joshua.
here, what we're trying to do the beer.
And actually,
So
the Other Coast went with all three of them.
Okay, that's awesome. So
Just saying.
we will be posting a link of the pairings afterwards. So check the comments for the details for the link. I think we need to get wrapping up, and we have got to figure out who is our winners. And I need to remind you one last time, we got a promo code, Beer Cheese, 30% off through Sunday, Stanley-PMI.com. You're gonna get one of these. Plus, if you need some new steins or pint glasses, you need to get ready for the summer. 30% off. This is your time. And BT Dubs, Mother's Day is coming up.
Beer for Mother's Day is great.
Beer and products for Mother's Day. And where do we find you guys?
I'm at, I have the Rub and Cheese Shop that goes around Seattle.
Okay.
It's like a pop-up cheese shop, and I teach classes at a number of different places. My website, AlisonLeber.com, always has my calendar where I'm going to be at. I carry all these cheeses. These cheeses, the flagship 4-year and the Ocelli Chestnut, available in the grocery stores. This one's just from me.
Okay.
Where are you guys
Where
at?
are you at?
We are in the Soto neighborhood of Seattle, so we're just down off Marginal Way. We're Two Beers Brewing Company. You can also find us online. We've got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Two Beers Brewing Co. And our beers are delicious. Pair them with cheeses or drink them on their own.
Absolutely.
I'm wondering if we have a winner here yet. We're going to do the winner afterwards. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. But in any event,
Thank
you know, we've got some almonds to wrap this up.
Almonds are great
this
with
is
beer
so
and
good.
cheese.
Almonds are great with beer and cheese, everybody.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you guys for coming and joining us today. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you to you guys in the
Yeah.
collective. And you know what? We're going to see you next time.
Very